Open Illustrator and select Create New, then choose Web Large. Make sure the dimension units are set to pixels, the color mode is set to RGB, and the raster effects is set to screen. To ensure consistency, go to Window, Workspace, and Essentials Classic. If it is already selected, then choose Reset Essentials Classic to ensure we are working with the same tools visible. Now go to View and ensure that Smart Guides and Snap to Point are selected on. This next part is optional, but you may want to consider bringing in the actual logo onto our artboard to use as a reference when adjusting the angle of the leaf and the size of the bite. You can do this by copying the image, Ctrl-C and pasting it, Ctrl-V into Illustrator. If the image is too large, you can hold Alt while you scroll in or out with your mouse to zoom in or out. Then scale the image down by holding Shift while you drag in the corners. This ensures that you keep the original proportions and do not distort the image. Select the rectangle tool and left-click on the artboard. Enter 227 pixels for the width and 203 pixels for the height. You must ensure the link icon is turned off to allow for custom proportions. Now, let's make sure the fill color is set to none and the stroke color is black. You can double-click on the fill or stroke box to open the color picker window. With that set, you can now click and hold on the rectangle tool to bring up other shapes. Select the ellipse. Left-click inside the rectangle and set the width to 140 pixels and the height to 152 pixels. Choose the Selection tool, shortcut V, then drag the ellipse to the top left corner of the rectangle. It should snap into place to align with the sides of the rectangle. Copy the ellipse, Ctrl-C, and paste a second one, Ctrl-V. Then snap it into the top right corner of the rectangle. Using the Selection tool, shortcut V, select both ellipses by first selecting one ellipse, then hold Shift and select the second. You should see that both are highlighted in blue. Next, choose Unite from the Pathfinder window. If it is not visible to you, then go to Window and select Align. Pathfinder is found within that window. Now choose the Direct Selection tool, which is the white arrow tool. Click on the new shape and you will see 3 white squares at the bottom. Scrolling over them will reveal they are anchor points. To select all 3 anchor points, simply drag a box around all 3 anchor points at once. The white boxes should now be blue. Click and drag the middle anchor down until the stretching shape snaps to align with the bottom of the rectangle. The vertical purple line will indicate that the anchor point was moved straight down from its original location. Again, select the Direct Selection tool, or white arrow, and click on the middle anchor point. Find the little target circle near it. Click and drag the target away from the anchor point to round off the pointed corner until it shows an R value of approximately 40 pixels. Round the top corner to approximately 20 pixels. Now delete the rectangle by selecting it with the regular selection tool, shortcut V, and hitting Delete on your keyboard. Choose the ellipse tool again, click on the artboard and set both the width and height to 105 pixels to create a circle. Next, copy and paste an identical circle and align them on top of each other. Now you can drag the top circle to the right until DX reads 68 pixels and DY reads 0 pixels. Select both circles by dragging a box around them, then choose Intersection from the Pathfinder window to create the leaf. Drag and rotate the leaf into place. To rotate, hover outside of the box until the curved double arrow appears. Click and drag the double arrow to rotate. Use the Apple logo image as a reference to match the angle. Now choose the ellipse tool again, click on the artboard, and this time set both the width and height to 120 pixels. Choose the selection tool and move the new circle until the center of the circle is aligned with the out edge of the apple. Then, click and drag the center of the circle to the right until DX reads between 18 and 20 pixels and DY reads 0 pixels. Select the apple shape and swap the stroke and fill so that the stroke is none and the fill is black. Now select both the apple and the circle by dragging a box over the two. Then choose minus front from the Pathfinder window. Select the leaf and swap the stroke and fill so that the stroke is none and the fill is black. Finally, we can now select both the leaf and apple and group them using Ctrl-G. To export the logo, ensure all parts of the logo are selected, then right-click and choose Export Selection. Export to a folder of your choice as a PNG file.